This guy trying
Relax,
to get right. He's trying to get right. That's what he's trying to get right. He'd be no game.
Definitely come first, but I'm gonna beat these
That's
games.
a fact. That's a
dog.
fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm
Bro,
gonna beat these games.
I started the gym myself too. You know, I'm back in it a little bit, but
There
you
you
know
go.
what I mean? You already know me. I go hard for what? I go hard for like 2 days. I take a sabbatical, a little bit of a sabbatical. You know what I mean?
It's so easy to just fall off so quick. Get you an Apple Watch or something like that. That should motivate
I do have
you,
one.
dog.
I think.
Oh,
you
you
know
don't
what I
say.
do? I think I just overwork myself the first day I go. I go too hard, yo. Then I just fall off, bro.
And then you
That's
sore and shit, and you don't
I'm
want to
like,
go the next day.
Exactly.
You do have to get to a point though on working out where you just gotta say fuck the soreness, and you gotta
And
work
just
out through it.
Do it anyways.
You just gotta work out through it. You'll get to a point where you start to like live in the soreness. Like this shit is just like second. It's like it's just there.
normal.
It's like yeah, it's like
The
you
thing
just
is,
like fuck it.
What I'm trying to practice now is that the days that I don't go, I want to like, you know what I mean, hit a couple of curls with my dumbbells at home and do home workouts.
Right.
The day that I'm
Yo.
too lazy to leave the house. You know what I mean? Like the other day, I was playing Forza with Strat, right? We were playing that Rally Adventure deal, so we were co-oping that shit, right?
That joint look good too.
Between races, I was like, I curl into a curl, put it down. I'm like, you know what? Game and working out at the same time, man. Like, that's both worlds right there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what will really put you into the next level with that shit? That VR, my nigga. I was just
please.
watching BG.
I already had that shit.
Bro, that boxing game, that shit look fun as hell, dog.
It's that Creed chat. I think there's a demo on Oculus of that shit already. I wonder if it's a new version of the game or if it's the same game. I don't know actually.
It's probably the same game, just updated.
Yeah, but
for the,
I know.
PSVR
I
2.
played a demo of that Creed joint on the Oculus. And that shit was like a little wonky. It was definitely wonky.
Yeah.
But I hate cracking the sweat while I'm playing games, bro.
What?
I just hate that, bro. It's just
stuff like that.
I
It's
play video
fun.
games to be comfortable. It's only fun if you're playing with people. Doing that shit by yourself, Jamie, I'm telling you, you're not doing that shit with people, bro.
I think I
Doing
would
that
like
shit-
it.
after
Oh,
some
Beat
time-
Saber,
after
dog. I
some-
be cracking a sweat with Beat Saber too. That shit's a workout a little bit as well.
Yeah, then you're into that shit. For me, yo,
I'm definitely
I
into
only
it.
can play those type of games with people, bro. Like, or I just get really bored really fast. If I'm not playing with somebody, I get bored really fast. You know what I mean?
Nah, that
Those
joint
type of
definitely look fun
experiences.
though. It's crossplay too, so I was looking at them play. I'm like, yo, we should do challenges in the community, niggas. You know what I mean? And talk shit. Meet me on the fucking Creed. Nigga, get your ass
man,
boxed up real quick.
Keep it a buck, bro. You waiting for that? You waiting for that price drop on that VR? You ain't buying that shit, bro. Keep it a buck. You doing all this VR capping on the timeline? Where's your VR? You were tooting around, tooting and booting, saying you buying it day one. You say you're buying that shit day one. Jmaine to this day still don't have a VR headset because he knows what's good. He knows what's good.
cop it.
You already know that shit's going triple styrofoam, and you're waiting for the price drop, the inevitable price drop.
Never.
Let's talk about it.
I'm not waiting on the price. I would have had it too, but I had to prioritize a couple things. You know what I'm saying? Real life.
feel you.
You know what I mean? Real life came in, and I just couldn't drop that 550 like that.
I know you could have made that really happen if you really wanted it, but you know, if PlayStation dropped a handheld, a proper handheld, you would have been in there day one, baby. You would have been in there day one, bro.
Negative. I don't even got the Steam Deck.
baby.
I don't even got the Steam Deck. So like, I
You don't
doubt
game
I
on
would have
PC
that.
anyway, so what does it matter to you, bro?
But they got the PlayStation games over there, emulation
what
and all that.
what
other
PlayStation
shit.
games? The 8 games out over there, bro? Come on,
Yeah.
bro. Your Steam Deck library, bare bones. Let's keep it a buck, Jamie.
Nah,
How
I
many
got
games you
mad
got on
shit on
Steam?
my Steam library.
Oh, for real?
I don't even know.
You got
Like,
100? You got 100 games on there?
I'm pretty sure I got 100 on Epic. Like I better have more on Steam. Like I know Epic be giving shit away for the low. For real.
Yo, we live, people. We live though.
Oh,
What's
shout out
going
to
on,
the people. What up?
What's going on? Quick shout out. Shout out to all the channel members. I appreciate that. Once again, we got Gian the Don in here. We got Arcade. Shout out to Spider in the chat, Jaren Stamps. We got Cynthia, Brisky 8, Blade X. Who else up in here? I think that's it right now. Oh, we got Nate. What's up?
Nate.
What's up?
I think Nate. Yeah, you said a few other Jaren Stamp.
Yeah.
Arcade in the building.
I think that's everything. But what's up, man? Shout out to everyone who's popping into the pod. What's good, Rich Homie Sean? What's good? Gian, he's been a member of this channel for what, 26 months. That's insane. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's fire.
You a solid dude, man. I always appreciate it. He said, shout out to Good Gaming with the fire content. Yes, sir. I got a fire video coming for y'all. Hopefully by Sunday, the latest. I'm cooking up something really, really special. You already know how I'm doing this high production videos now. I got something cooking up with the 64, Jmaine. You know what I mean? I got something cooking up with
No
one of
64.
my favorite consoles of all time.
What's that in there? Diddy Kong Racing? What
Diddy
was
Kong
that?
Racing, man. Diddy Kong Racing,
Yeah, I
bro.
seen
You already
that
know,
cart.
legendary,
Fire.
legendary game, man.
I
But
remember I
yeah,
played the 64 over at a
mm-hmm.
friend's house one
Oh, you
time.
never owned
That
it.
was no, I did eventually, but the
Oh,
first
okay.
time I ever got a chance to play it, it was over at a friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God, I was not trying to leave. So when my mom said it was
That
time to go,
nah, that
I'm
console
like,
legendary,
hell
bro.
no, I'm trying to stay the night. We was playing GoldenEye, Mario 64, like it was great.
Uh,
Pokemon Snap, all that shit. It was everything. He
yeah,
had
no.
all the games.
The funny thing is, like, yeah, it got smoked by the PS1, and the PS1 had its rightful classics on it, but
Yeah.
just some of the most memorable games from Nintendo like came from the Nintendo 64. You know, they changed the game so much, and I'm gonna be talking about it in my video later. But that's neither here or there. Good gaming, episode 28. How you doing, Jmaine? First of all, how you doing? You good?
I'm doing good, man. I'm tired this week because I've been doing damn near 2 a days. But I always get a burst of energy when I come to pod with my brother. And shout out
Yes,
to the
sir.
people. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? I always come correct with the energy I love. Just talking about the shit that we love, man. For real.
Yeah. What you been playing?
Resident Evil 4 on that remake.
How you liking it?
I like it a lot, man. That shit is good.
It's fantastic, right?
Like you really start to see. I know, like Corey Barlog mentioned, like the inspiration from Resident Evil, but like even like you see that inspiration in the industry period on what Resident Evil 4 did for gaming and stuff like
That's a
that.
fact. It's a
And
blueprint.
so yeah, like you really see that shit, especially with just the camera angle, the way you traverse the map and the backtracking and then eventually the companion stuff. Like that's that. So Sony DNA is damn near Resident Evil, like for real, for real, for real. I talk
Yeah.
about it, but it's good though. It's really good. And I got caught up doing the shooting game. Like that joint was even fun, hitting the targets and all of that.
Yeah. High scores.
Just a blast. Yeah, hitting the high scores, making sure you hit all the targets within the time frame. Having a blast. I had my issues with, just some of the attention to detail stuff, but that's not a deal breaker or anything like that.
That shit goes away right when you start playing the game, bro.
Yeah,
No,
because
I did
everything else is so solid. It's like,
yeah, everything
damn.
else is so good. So I did see Hard 8 mention about like there's no blood on the knife, and honestly,
Yeah.
if he didn't make that tweet, I would have not have noticed. On God, bro, I swear to God, I wouldn't
Yeah.
have not have noticed. I don't even pay attention like that. You know how like people were getting mad at Dead Space because like at the sign of the bathroom, apparently it said like all genders or something like that. The sign of like, bro, I
Yeah,
don't even know
I
how
didn't even
people
see
pre-
that shit.
I don't even know how people pre that, bro. Like, I guess I'm just not. Hey, maybe I'm just not. I don't
Yeah.
look for shit.
So
as
some
much as
people pay attention,
I don't even pay
like,
attention like that.
to attention
You know what I'm
detail
saying?
too much,
And
and some people it's like, come on, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't
really?
even really like. Yeah,
The bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The bathroom side, bro. Like the knife thing, I didn't even know. If you didn't even mention that, I wouldn't have known my entire playthrough because I think just like the other gameplay mechanics just shine so much to me that like I don't even think about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm worried about the parrying and kicking my people out, kicking their heads off, and fucking
Right.
power.
Yeah, like
guiding them and
even
shit like that.
even he mentioned the like the guns being like how when your inventory is so massive that some of the guns just pop up out of nowhere when you swap into them on your back. You
Does
don't
that
even
bother you?
notice that. So you don't notice it unless you're looking for it. And so like even though he said that, like when I'm playing it, it took me a minute to even realize that that's what was happening just because I'm in the thick of everything. But when you sit back and think about it, you're like, damn, it would be cool if you could see all the weapons that he had on him. But his inventory is too big.
It's too big, and it's the type of game.
In
it
this
is.
game,
I don't think
yeah,
I don't
it's
think
too
it
big.
fits with this type of aesthetic with the game. I will say the only thing that I found that was kind of distracting is that the bigger weapons they could have just put a little bit of a strap instead of it being like the what's it called, stick to your back type of shit. They could have at least given you a strap. I think that's like the only thing that it's like a noticeable thing with the bigger weapons. They should have done that. But besides that, like bro, you know how much guns you carry in the fucking game, Jmaine?
It's a lot.
Carry at once?
It's a lot.
It
It's
doesn't
a
make
lot.
sense for you to have a rocket launcher on your strap. Yeah, like by your waist, 2 pistols, little machine gun. Like, none of it makes sense, right? It's a video. Like those type of things don't bother me, but I think. Like I was saying, for like the only attention to detail thing that they could have just added, because I think Resident Evil 2 had it, was the bigger weapons having like a strap, like your shotgun. So when you pose it, but that game is fantastic. I finished it.
Yeah, I seen that you beat it. So
I beat it. Yeah.
now it's time for you to play on the real difficulty, please. Hardcore. Thank you.
I'm
Please,
running
sir.
through
Please.
it. I'm going for the 100%, sir. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them games you could,
I'm
you
playing.
know,
There's nothing else
it
really to play,
encourages it a
so
lot.
yeah, it's because I was telling my boy Strat this too. Resident Evil games are better the second time around. You don't really play them once, like you know what I'm saying. I feel like those games are
Yeah,
made to be played like they're literally designed to be played multiple times. So I do have a
right.
new game plus playthrough happening, and I'm gonna try and go for the don't talk to the merchant pistol only type
Hmm.
of run. I'm gonna do that run. I'm gonna do that run. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try and
I
go for the
seen
100%.
the platinum or just 100% run, like the amount of time. I think that people will say you got to beat it like 3 or 4 times to get everything, just because of the different type of runs you got to do. With,
Dude,
like
yeah,
you said,
exactly.
don't
It's
talk to
very
the
specific.
merchant.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
specific.
So,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
the
speaking of
mercenaries
yeah,
update.
exactly. I was just about to say that.
I think it came out today,
No, I think
if I'm not
is it
mistaken.
today or tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow it comes out. I may be
Okay, so
wrong, but I think it might be
officially it
tomorrow.
may be tomorrow, but some people had got it early, is what I'm seeing.
Oh, okay, I
For the
see. I see.
mercenaries, because I
I see.
definitely seen people posting gameplay about it, but it might not be
Okay.
officially
Okay.
available till
And that's
tomorrow.
dope. That's dope
Yeah,
too.
April 7th.
I'm
April
pretty sure
7th.
we're gonna get a story expansion with Ada. I think a lot
Yeah,
of people
well,
are. Have they confirmed that, but or are we just
well, it
assuming
was
that at this point?
originally in the Resident Evil 4 game where
Yeah, so
Ada
I think
had
that's going. Yeah,
the expansion. So they probably just making it a bigger expansion and doing a whole remake
exactly,
thing for it. So
exactly.
it'll
People are
come
saying
eventually.
some of the people are saying some of the missing content like missing boss fights that wasn't in this time around will probably be in like Ada's expansion
Mm,
because there's like I think there's a certain part of the game that's not in this remake. They added new
right.
stuff, but they did take out some others. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, if they justify it in the expansion, then I guess they might be able to make up for it. But I do hate when remakes take stuff out.
Hmm.
I that were in the original and just leave it out. Like no other way of adding it in or no other like DLC plans and shit like that. So that
What
would be
have you
nice.
been playing anything else?
I mean, not really. That's pretty much been it. That
Um,
Battlefield, of course.
Battlefield. Okay. For me, like I said, I finished Resident Evil 4 remake, and I pretty much put a shit ton of hours in the Forza Rally Adventure expansion.
Yeah, how was
Yo,
that?
I really wish I had more people to play Forza with. Like honestly, some of my fondest memories being on YouTube and doing game nights is actually with the Discord mans and like Forza Horizon 4, and we used to be like 10 of us. 12 of us
Yeah.
doing races, cross country. Yo, Jmaine, that shit was so fucking entertaining and fun. Yo, we got Tony in there, right? Doing dirt races in a fucking Corvette, complaining why he's sliding and shit. Man, I can't drive for shit. He's so terrible at the game. But honestly, it was just such a
Yo.
blast. Like I have some really funny ass Twitch clips of us
Hmm.
playing Forza Horizon all together. And I wish I had that kind of experience with Forza Horizon 5, but nobody fucking plays racing games here, bro.
That's
It's so
interesting to hear you say that
depressing.
because they just they came out a few months back, 21 million players on Forza. Like you
Bro,
can't find nobody.
I can't find nobody to play with.
You gotta hit up the
Like, so
Xbox
if
dudes. You know
you
what I mean?
bro, where they be at, bro? If you watching this podcast right now and you play Forza Horizon and you want to hop on, please join the Discord and let's get some game nights going, some lobbies going, and let's play some Forza, man. Because it's just so fun, J-Man. And honestly, I don't know what Playground has done with the game, but the game looks better to me, bro. Like,
Mm,
I feel like the visuals have improved. I know they did
yeah,
add like a whole bunch of like features for the PC version. I think in-game ray tracing, and they added as well what's it called DLSS support and all sorts of things. But I think they actually
yeah,
improved the visuals in this game somehow. Because I'm playing this rally, I'm like, yo, this game looked amazing before, but I don't
yeah.
remember it looking this good type of situation. I'm like, this shit look really fucking good, man. And I'm
I
really enjoying
think
the expansion, man.
that should be something that we expect too. Like as games get expansions, like years down the road, is like they start to learn
Improve,
more
yeah.
techniques with the games and like improve the visuals. Like I'm expecting when looking at Horizon Burning Shores, like I'm expecting to look at it and be like, okay, yeah, this looks better than what the original game did on PS5 and stuff like that. So knowing that they
Uh-huh.
have more time with the engine, more time,
And they
figuring
did
out,
kind of confirm
different
it
tricks
too.
and stuff like that.
They did
With
confirm that they're
Horizon,
using new technology in Horizon Burning Shores,
yeah,
right? With the clouds,
with the
right?
cloud system and stuff like that,
And you
yeah.
can swim underwater now. So like, you
With the
gameplay you
machine.
with the machine now, right? So
Yeah, it's a new machine that they
yeah.
detailed that can pretty much fly above water, above ground, and then go underwater at the
So
same
that's
time.
pretty
That
cool.
look good.
So
Hell
I guess
yeah.
yeah, it looks good. I can't even lie, as much as y'all I say what I say about Horizon. I can't even lie. The game is a pretty ass game. It's beautiful. That's undeniable about Horizon.
Facts.
But yeah, I think that's all I've been playing, bro. I don't think I've been playing
Yeah.
anything else.
So
I did get a game today. And I Microsoft
like a code or
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
you got something sent to you.
Yeah. Microsoft sent over Minecraft Legends, yo. They sent over. I
Oh,
can't really
yeah.
speak on that too much. But I
No,
am
you
currently.
I don't need you to
playing
speak on that at all. I don't need you to talk about that at all. Like we good.
This is my first attempt trying anything Minecraft. And Minecraft Legends is not the traditional game. It's like a spin-off game of RTS. I've been playing a lot of Ages of Empires this year too, with the boys and stuff. So I was remotely interested to see because it did kind of remind me of like some sort of Ages of Empires. And I've been playing it. We'll see if I end up dropping a video on it or not. I think it's either I might talk about it on the podcast or I might drop a video on it. I don't know. But we shall see though. We shall see. But I am playing that too. I just got the code today. I think the game comes out on the 18th, so I have a lot of time to, put in some work in it and see what I think about it and see as someone who's never touched a Minecraft game if it's actually decent. So I think the previews came out today and people were loving it. I already played it for a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm still forming my opinion. So let's just leave it at that. I'm still forming my opinion. We got a super chat donation from Gian the Don. He says RE4 is the definitive treasure hunting game over Uncharted 1 to 4. You're definitely preaching about that. Getting treasures in Uncharted is so fucking annoying, bro. Let's call a spade a spade. At least in Resident Evil, it makes you like solve a little 1-2. I like getting treasures in RE, and it's not stupid amount. Like Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy had like so many fucking treasures in that game, like over 160 or some dumb shit like that. Yo, it's crazy.
Nah, I definitely wish they did do more with the treasures in Uncharted. It became like a meta of just finding them and being able to look at them.
Just for the platinum.
Like they didn't really do much with them and stuff like that. I mean, I know in this Resident Evil, you could at least sell them shits to a vendor and get some money and stuff like that, or attach like stones to the the empty slots on a crown or something like that, make it worth more.
Yeah, that's just dope.
Yeah, that's fire. So
they do it right.
There you go. Another thing for a new Uncharted game that they can improve on. You're saying what can they do next? Improve on the treasure system. Yeah.
Exactly. All right, so I figured that we should start the podcast talking about some of the smaller topics. We got some good news, man. Some really good news. I was really happy to hear this. Final Fantasy 16 has gone gold. Jmaine, that's like over a month. At the time that they announced, it was like over a month ahead of release schedule. Two.
It's 3 months ahead of release schedule.
When is the game coming out?
It's coming out in June.
Oh shit!
2 months. 2 months. 2 months.
It's 2 months.
You're right. It's 2 months.
Okay, it's 2 months ahead of schedule. Wow, that's very impressive. Very impressive.
I mean, you could almost say 3 shit. It comes out June 22nd. So shit, almost 3 months ahead of schedule, they went gold. So I'm expecting this game to be damn near flawless on release. Okay, I understand no game is ever perfect. You're gonna run into some bugs here and there, but we should not be hearing things like game breaking bugs, people not being able to play, saves getting glitched, just major shit that is impeding progress with this game. There should not be no issues. They've been fucking hooting and hollering. The bag from Sony to make this game exclusive must have been incredible, because everywhere this dude Yoshi P goes, it's, oh, we love you, Sony. Oh, thank you, Sony. Oh, the PS5. It wouldn't be possible without the PlayStation 5. Like, the bag was incredible because this man is doing the double hand twisted fist when it comes to that PlayStation 5.
I think there was a saying that I saw the PlayStation fanboys running with, saying that this game was like only possible on the PS5. Do you see that? It could have been the translation error, but I did see someone quote some shit like that. I don't know if he was trolling or not.
I believe he said that.
He actually said that?
Oh, bro, he been necking the PS5 ever since he been on this tour. I'm like, dog, like, relax. Like, I understand the bag was nice, but don't come out here and say some shit you're gonna end up regretting.
Yo, but like you said, man, about 3 months or almost 3 months ahead of schedule. The game has to be extremely polished. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be easily one of the best games that dropped this year. I could just tell by looking at it, man. The game looks like an epic adventure, yo. I can't wait to play it. But since we're on the topic of Square-Enix, I think the conversation is getting louder about Square Enix skipping the Xbox platform. Don't you see the conversation getting louder and louder about this?
I do. I think it was
getting
another.
louder. Yep.
I think it was another game
I think it was the
announced.
Final Fantasy Pixel remaster. I think they said it's on everything. I think they said it's on the Ouya too, bro. By the way, I think they said it's on the Ouya. It's on Stadia. You mean Stadia?
So Stadia.
I think it's on Amazon, Amazon Prime. That shit's on Netflix. That shit is on fucking Crunchyroll, Funimation, PlayStation, GameCube.
That shit is at Dave and Buster's, like
Dave and Buster's. But they're not releasing the game on Xbox. Yo, what's going on over here, bro? Shit is nuts, yo. I heard that shit's coming on Apple Watches. I heard that shit's everywhere, bro. Casio calculators. Why they skipping Xbox like this? Why they doing this to Xbox, bro?
Oh, the TI-89. Listen.
Why they doing Xbox like this, bro? Why Square doing this, bro? They skipped out Octopath 2, Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. They skipped out a whole bunch of shit. Why they doing this? You have a theory on this?
I mean, the typical or the obvious answer is the sales stuff, right?
Okay.
But I'm looking. So okay, it's the sales stuff, but it's also the time and money into development or development into different versions of the Xbox. Would it be worth it when you put it on that platform? So the other stuff that is coming to, I'm assuming that it's cheap to port the versions over to that. That way, the return, even if it is small, it's not a big loss. Whereas Xbox, it has multiple SKUs, and they feel like the time and development wouldn't be worth, the return that they would get on that. I also think they got some murder beef with Xbox.
I can't believe. I think that's a lame excuse to me personally, because you look at a game like Octopath Traveler, like how much does it really cost? When look, the PlayStation and Xbox, their architecture has to be relatively similar in a sense. I know you probably got to do so. I'm not a developer, but I would imagine it's not like development for the PS3 and the 360 where they're totally different. They gotta be relatively similar to a point. So a game like Octopath Traveler, how much development time really is it gonna take you to put that game on Xbox? Like for real. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's a good excuse for me.
I think it is a good excuse because they put the whole first game on Xbox, and it never came to PlayStation, and it was on Game Pass. So they got the Game Pass bag. Like how bad did it do for them to not want to put it on Xbox for the sequel?
But did it really do bad if Xbox really dropped the bag on y'all and put it in Game Pass? Like, doesn't that subsidize some of the sales if they drop because obviously they have to pay them, right, to get it on Game Pass. If they paid a couple of million, who knows what the figure is, right? But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They paid, so you got some money out the gate without even selling a copy. So look, honestly, if you feel like the games you guys want to put SKUs in the store shelf, at least release the game digitally on the platform. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like there might be something there, and we are hearing talks like we talked about on the last podcast, right? How the Congress are pulling up like, yo, y'all being anti-competitive with Japan. You're paying for certain games not to come on Xbox. Do you think Square Enix could be one of these publishers that is taking this type of money to not put their games on Xbox
platforms?
Yeah.
Oh, Xbox
or PlayStation's making some sort of deals. Yo, you just can't see the light of day on Xbox. Do you think this is a possibility in the business?
Absolutely. I think
that's a possibility.
I think it happens on a lot of fronts. Like,
yeah.
We just talked about the first Octopath Traveler. Why isn't it on PlayStation? Was it a deal from Xbox to
maybe they cut a deal?
PlayStation?
Maybe they cut a deal. So
could that be the case?
Yeah.
I do think PlayStation is doing that on the other end. I don't know why, because like we know the games in Japan or Square Enix games in general, they sell much better on PlayStation. So I don't think you have to like give them money to keep the game off of Xbox. And Nintendo, they don't get a lot of the big AAA games that Square Enix gives to PlayStation and other platforms because of just the hardware and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. We're just speculating at this point. Like I'm just curious too, because it seems like one day Square Enix will be like, oh, we love Xbox. They came on their E3 stage. They're like, oh, every Final Fantasy is coming to the Xbox platform. So finally, Xbox players were able to play like the OG Final Fantasy 7, I believe 10.
Yeah,
and that might have been for the first time ever came to the platform. Did this whole big thing. Then a couple of years later, now they get slim pickings of Square-Enix games. So it's pretty interesting just seeing it happen. Like I guess we could just sit here and speculate why it's happening, but it could be that PlayStation is just like, yo, don't put this on fucking Xbox, yo. Don't put this on Xbox, yo. And it could be an optics reason, right? Because whatever makes your platform look better, you know what I mean? In the end of the day, whatever, if it makes it look like you have more games, I think they play these sort of games. I think that's why, we're going to talk about it a little bit later, why PlayStation be so scared of the whole Call of Duty thing. You know what I mean? Because like today, we got comments from Jmaine saying that, once again, if Microsoft has the power to make a subpar version of Call of Duty on PlayStation, and I think he even said something wild that would destroy our business, completely, or of the point of no recovery. We'll never recover from this. I know he crying wolf a little bit. I know he bullshitting, but
Jmaine is going through the 5 stages of grief, and we're gonna break that down.
Yeah, we probably could actually jump to that topic anyway. So yeah, with the whole Call of Duty situation. And Jmaine, have you read it?
But real quick though, I'll go back to the Final Fantasy thing. I do wonder too if there's a little bit of animosity towards Xbox, because I remember when Final Fantasy 14 is probably a reason why it's not even on there to this day. Is back when Final Fantasy 14 came out, Xbox wasn't playing fair with the whole crossplay stuff, and there was a lot of like stipulations and roadblocks in the way, because they wanted to make sure that the player base on that game wasn't split. So they didn't want a case where they launched the game and it was PS4 and PC could play together, but Xbox couldn't. They didn't want that case. So they was like, you know what? I don't believe in having it split like that. We're just gonna skip your whole platform in general. And to this day, the game is still not on Xbox, even though we know Xbox is clearly in support of the crossplay and shit like that. So I do think it's some it might be some bad blood, and that was
it's years ago. But
it was. But look at this. Yoshi
different
P,
leadership. CEOs are different.
Listen, Yoshi P was the dude that was working with Final Fantasy 14. He is also the developer at Square-Enix for 16, and that's not on Xbox either. So I don't know. He might have some harsh feelings towards them. In that case,
I don't know. I feel like this type of behind closed doors kind of bullshit probably goes on more than we know. So I don't know if PlayStation holds I know some companies we've heard stories like the whole Nintendo and Square Enix thing. I know we heard stories and like that, but I think definitely. Enough time has passed that enough seats has changed and we're in a different point that in the end of the day these guys kind of all need each other to a certain extent. So I don't know. I think that hurts probably let go. If you were asking me, I think that hurts probably let go. I got to be something else why these games ain't coming to the platform. That's what I'm saying. It got to be really something else. Maybe just it's something as simple as, it's just deals. Like, we want this over here and we'll pay you this money and we'll promote it on our platform, and don't release it anywhere. And we already know Sony and Square got an incredible relationship. Square was about to go under. I believe Sony loaned them a shit ton of cash via, I don't know if it was buying shares or whatever. And I think they even let them... I think they even let Square buy them shares back or some sort of situation like that.
Yeah,
I swear I read that.
Back, right?
Yeah, when they got right back, they let Square buy the shares back. So they clearly got some sort of really, really close working relationship, just like how Xbox and Bethesda has been close over the years. If you pay attention to gaming history and shit like that, right? Xbox and Bethesda has been stupid close. All the way since the launch of the original OG Xbox.
And when crossplay was an issue, Bethesda came out and spoke against PlayStation in favor, to support Xbox in their efforts of trying to do crossplay. Absolutely. I think we see it with these relationships and stuff like that. I think it has a lot to do with relationships and then maybe something to do with business. But relationships take you far. Relationships take you where money can't.
Exactly. All right, so Jmaine, let's get back to the man himself, Jmaine. I want to talk about Jmaine a little bit. And this
Lord have mercy.
I know we tired. I know we tired people. One day we will come on this podcast and we'll never have to talk about this shit again. And we're gonna keep it short and sweet. Today is really we're not highlighting that too much today on this podcast. But I just want to give you guys an update on the latest stuff going on the CMA. We already know the CMA was a big hurdle for Microsoft to overcome. They had to get their approval. They pretty much got their approval, right? Pretty much. Yeah. Got the approval. Yep. Now PlayStation has responded, and I think that's what's making all the headlines. And Jmaine, do you have any other quotes in front of your face?
I do.
All right. What did PlayStation respond? Give us some of the things that PlayStation said to the CMA, now switching gears and siding with Microsoft and letting them let this deal go through.
Yes. So, some of the quotes from Sony and the higher ups there is the CMA's reversal of its position on its console's theory of harm is surprising, unprecedented, and irrational. The PlayStation company argues that the CMA had assessed a significant body of evidence to come to its initial conclusion, where it suggests there would be a issue with the acquisition. It adds that the CMA's new diametrically opposite approach is based almost exclusively on a single economic model on which it places significantly more weight than other available evidence. They continue on and says that this Sony claims that the new data the CMA was using was flawed, and that if the errors were to be corrected, then the gains Microsoft would get from the players switching to Xbox would be 3 times as high as the lifetime value of an average PlayStation user. God damn. Like, yo.
Yeah, I know he's throwing some sauce on it. But Call of Duty, we know Call of Duty is a mega huge franchise, but Jim Ryan definitely throwing some sauce on it right now, because once again he's doing all this crime, but he promised y'all a deal that he's gonna bring Call of Duty for 10 years.
Right.
10 years on your platform, literally 10 years. And after that, I'm sure Call of Duty will still appear on the PlayStation platform. I really think Microsoft won't pull Call of Duty off there. They're just going to eat off it. They're going to just eat a whole lot of money off it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yo, he added to serious if PlayStation, okay, so yeah, he complained about still that the PlayStation could potentially receive a degraded or a downgraded version of Call of Duty from Microsoft if they were to own it. And he said that that could lead to it seriously damaging our reputation. Our gamers would desert our platform in droves, and network effects would exacerbate the problem. Our business would never recover.
Oh my God, he threw some sauce on it. Honestly, yo, listen.
Jim Ryan feels this way about his wife or whoever his significant other is, like he feels about Call of Duty. Like, I hope he never disrespects her loyalty or his or hers love. That way he knows that it could forever damage his reputation as a man, and he would never recover. Like, I hope he talks about his significant other like this, because this is crazy. This man is...
Jmaine, I'm telling you, bro. Like I said on a couple pods ago, bro. Listen, if I was ahead, listen, I won't give the PlayStation a subpar version. I'll give them the bare minimum version. Because why would I make this huge investment and not make it more appealing on my platform? I think Microsoft is definitely gonna change gears, and whether they're gonna do something to make. I know Game Pass is probably a start. You know, first of all, you could just play Call of Duty on Game Pass. You don't have to spend the $60.
They said they would even give it to PlayStation Plus. They said they would let them put it in there.
If I was Xbox, I would be doing. You know how PlayStation. You know, PlayStation did that video that Microsoft never really recovered from. I think that this is how you share your games. That was just. That's
a legendary moment.
I think that literally single-handedly killed the Xbox One. I think that clip itself, that shit went triple platinum too. Have you seen the views on that shit? That shit went crazy. And I think that single-handedly killed the Xbox. If I was Microsoft, I'd be so petty. I'd be like, you want to play Call of Duty? You have to pay the $70. If you have to, and I'll just subscribe to Game Pass. I'll do something so clever like that. I'll be so nasty if I was Microsoft.
That shit is almost bro. What's Diamond? 10 million? That shit is almost 2 times Diamond on YouTube. 19 million views. And then to follow that up, I think we had E3 where they did the price shit. Like that shit.
That was a nail in the coffin. That shit was crazy. No, Xbox hasn't recovered ever since then, yo. That $399 price, stronger system, and that video, holy, that was like a trifecta, bro.
So my question is, like, if Xbox does end up allowing like PlayStation to put Call of Duty on PlayStation Plus, what do you think they could do to offer Xbox gamers a benefit for them owning Call of Duty franchise?
You know what? I think Microsoft is okay with it because
over there.
I think Microsoft is okay with PlayStation put it on PS Plus for now, for the meantime, because I think doesn't that mean PlayStation have to pretty much shell out Microsoft a shit ton of money just to get the game on the platform? So I think in the end of the day, this is just a money play. This is just a money play. Like I know the console wars guys are looking at like something else or taking different angles at this, but this is a big money play. So Microsoft could be really sustainable in probably doing all these Game Pass, because it must be expensive. Like, we're hearing some of the deals that they're doing. Like, they're paying millions and millions of dollars just to get some of these games on Game Pass, like millions. I forgot what game it was. It wasn't even like something that was so crazy, but Microsoft paid like a shit ton of money. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Oh, not off the
There was a
top of my
game.
head.
No, there was a game. There was a game that they reported. I forgot. We saw it on like Reset Era that Microsoft paid a shit ton of money just to get on Game Pass.
It
And we're
wasn't.
like, yo, what the fuck? People were like, what the fuck? Y'all paid this much just to get this on Game Pass?
I don't
You
think it
know?
was Guardians of the Galaxy, was it?
I don't know what it is, but either way, my point still stands that like Microsoft is probably
Yeah.
spending a shit ton of money getting going to these publishers and putting the games on Game Pass, right? So
Oh
I
yeah,
think
for sure.
I think the Call of Duty, them owning Call of Duty and the whole Activision shit is just gonna probably make it make more sense in the books since they're just gonna eat off that for eat off Call of Duty for a really long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you see the leaked or I guess speculated numbers that came out for Xbox Game Pass and how like the split between
if
PC
that is
and
true,
the console?
If that is true, Jmaine, that is scary.
So
You want to tell the people what's up?
yeah, so what I was seeing is that they were saying that Xbox Game Pass is at 25 million. So this is coming from an Xbox content and audience strategy manager, Mark Schwartzky, his LinkedIn profile. So I don't know how true this is. Take this, I guess, with a grain of salt because it hasn't been officially reported. But this is somebody that works at Microsoft, so I guess it was, it was reported on. But that Xbox Game Pass is at 25 million plus subscribers, and that 15 million of those subscribers are on PC, which would make around 10 million or so on Xbox.
If that is true, Jmaine, that is nuts.
If that is true, that gives me a whole new perspective on this whole Activision Blizzard deal, because now we talking those Blizzard games like a Diablo. What else they do? Do they do the Warcraft shit?
They do World of Warcraft. No, they do StarCraft, Diablo.
Yep.
Blizzard.
Just even Diablo.
Yeah. Hearthstone. I think that's a big game too. I think that's Blizzard and shit too, right? Isn't that Blizzard? I have to open up BattleNet or some shit to see all the games. But I think I think Hearthstone is one of it. World of Warcraft.
Yeah, Hearthstone, shit. Warcraft, StarCraft, Overwatch. Those are big games. Heroes of Storm and Diablo. So Diablo coming to the top of my mind, like the first game, because it's a new shit about to come out. So if they was to get that on Game Pass or future expansions or DLC, whatever, like that's a lot of PC players that they can even like, seeing as how Game Pass on PC is doing so great based on this report.
Shit.
That's gonna be huge. That Blizzard portion of it is gonna be huge.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that like, damn, we might have been sleeping on the Blizzard portion of this deal.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's only focusing on Call of Duty, but like they got some other like huge franchises under their belt coming to, Call of Duty is just the one that everyone's just got the spotlight on. But hey, yo, I'm telling you, them Hearthstone games, I might not be playing that shit. But I hear that shit is huge for esports. I hear all of that shit is huge. I hear, you know what I'm saying? So Microsoft's definitely gonna be eating after acquiring this shit. They're gonna be eating.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep. That's for sure. I think we spoke everything on this. We can move on, right?
Yeah, not much. Oh yeah, to break down some of the stages of grief that Jim Ryan is going through right now. He's in the second stage right now. So first stage is denial. You know what I'm saying? He was, fighting his hardest. Trying to deny this deal from ever happening.
Deny, bro.
Saying that this should never happen. It wouldn't go through, things like that. Now he knows it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? The CMA seems like it was the biggest hurdle. It's over. So now he's angry. So now that he's angry, now he's angry. He's saying some off the wall shit. We would never recover. He sounded like Tory Lanez pops outside the courtroom when he was coming for Rock Nation.
Oh shit, that's just funny.
Rock Nation will never recover from this. Like that's what he said.
God Almighty, strike them down. Yo, he was going crazy. That's a legendary clip, by the way. I need to get that on the soundtrack. For real. Yeah, bro.
So yeah, soon he would come to accept that this deal is happening, and eventually he might lead to depression, and that might make some people happy, like Jack move and stuff like that, because we might see Jim on his way out the door, and
why
it'll be a sad day.
Why everyone saying they're going? Like I seen a couple of people saying that they're gonna kick Jim Ryan off if this deal closes. I don't know why though. Why do they say
Jim
that?
Ryan is doing
right now. PlayStation's
doing your job.
Yeah, he's doing great right now, bro.
Him and Aaron Greenberg are like neck and neck right now for the best at their job in the position that they're in. He's doing his job. He is
doing
doing
great,
what he's
yo.
supposed to do.
Have you seen them PlayStation numbers? Well, besides them VR numbers, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later.
Woo! Not too much on VR.
Not too much on VR.
Not too much on
I'm
VR.
gonna chill out. But before we jump to VR, let's talk about Quantum Break, because for some reason, Quantum Break, Jmaine, this old ass game, you know what I mean, was in the headlines. You know,
Game Pass banger right there.
Yeah. Quantum Break is being removed off all storefronts, off sale from Steam, the Windows Store, and is leaving Game Pass. And I think it was such a big conversation on the timeline because it is a Xbox owned IP from what I understand. And
Yes.
you know, yeah, they owned it, right? And Microsoft said that all the games that we own or we make or whatever, for whatever, quote unquote, make, because Remedy, you know, is not made.
Yeah, it's like
their,
Xbox first party published
yeah, it's not
games.
their it's not their studio, but they published it, right? They said it's gonna remain in Game Pass, and we got one leaving, and we got details why it's leaving. It has to do with licenses issues. Well, you guys got to understand, Quantum Break has like real life actors in here. They got like the TV show portion of it, maybe music. So maybe they gotta just go relicense some shit, go renegotiate some contracts, and you know, get it back on Game Pass. But what made this story hysterical for me, Jmaine, is while people were making a big fuss about Quantum Break leaving Game Pass and people tweeting Remedy and people saying talking to Aaron Greenberg and all sorts of shit, is that Quantum Break was literally on sale, Jmaine, that same day, right? For $6 fucking dollars, and that was Canadian dollars. So imagine US dollars. It must have been on sale for $3 in the US, bro. And I'm like, are y'all serious? This game is old as shit. It's on sale right now for $3, and y'all crying about it not being in Game Pass. My guy, it costs as much as a junior chicken, bro. Buy the fucking game if you want to play it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was so confused what was going on.
That's why Game Pass is the best, because Game Pass, it literally was created because Xbox knew these motherfuckers don't buy games. Understand me? You have
Xbox. Xbox fans. I want y'all to beat those allegations. I'm really cheering for y'all to beat those allegations, man. I don't.
Yeah, your boy on Twitter tried to come for my neck with. He posted a bunch of pictures of dust collectors and cases all on his shelf. What's that supposed to mean? Looking at the facts, I got numbers to back it up and prove it. I got charts to look at. That back in 2021, the last good year for Xbox, they had one game chart in the top 20, and it was number 20.
And what was it?
Of games, Forza Horizon 5.
Holy.
Number 20 of the fucking country and this biggest market. Nobody's buying games on Xbox. They love that Game Pass. And I don't blame them. I love Game Pass. And this is exactly why I actually brought up the question on my Twitter. I'm like, yo, what's going on here? Because Phil Spencer and them boys did say, you know, first party published games, they're not going to leave the platform, a Game Pass. And I don't want that to ever happen, because I want all the games that I've either played before or my future want to play to be there when I want to play it, especially coming from the first party.
So if this is the case, and that Game Pass is pretty much, honestly, it's making a group of gamers, is making their audience not really want to buy full price games anymore, then Microsoft really needs to acquire these publishers like that so they could really make some money, because that's scary, yo. That's scary if like no one's really just buying the games no more like that, though. That's actually very scary if they really make their audience just, you know, brainwash them to think that Game Pass, and they're not selling these games. Isn't that a little kind of scary?
I think that was already a trend, and I think Game Pass just pushed it over the edge to the point where you see stuff like this, like, you know, something like Quantum Break leaving, and people want to, you know, concern themselves about it leaving rather than just buying it or owning it. And now, you know, a lot of PlayStation fans definitely was concerned, trolling, or however you call it.
But wait. If they're saying that there's only 10 million Game Pass subscribers on console, that got to be someone buying the games, Jmaine, then.
How you figure?
Right? That's like another half. That's another half of the people that don't have Game Pass are not subscribed to Game Pass. There gotta be some people buying games. I mean, right?
PC is a thing too. So, like, for instance, take Forza Horizon 5 with 20 million players.
Okay.
So if Game Pass is around like 18 million or so, yeah, like people are buying it at the time, but I think majority of those people you could say is on Game Pass.
Well, let's see how it works
think it's
out
safe
for
to
them in
say
the
that.
future, man. I think let's see how it works out for them in the future. I don't know, man. Honestly, at this point, I think it's too early to say. For me, is Game Pass good or bad? I guess if Microsoft could keep it up and the games are still good, then that's all that matters to me, right? At the end of the day, but I guess only time will tell. It'll let us know if the Game Pass effect is a bad effect on gaming or if it's a good effect on gaming. You know what I mean?
I hope it's
we'll
good.
see. I hope it's good too.
I love it. I love Game Pass. Don't ask me for my collection because it's on Game Pass. All right, I don't buy games. Listen, if PlayStation put their games day one on Plus, I'm getting it on Plus. I'm not buying shit. I don't care.
I still like owning my games. I still like owning my games, Jmaine. I don't know.
Nah,
I still like buying the game. I still like buying physical. I still like buying my digital. I still like buying them. I don't know.
Because listen, if I love a game to the point where I might give it a few playthroughs over the years. By the time it leaves the service on some real like substantial tip, like I figure games like God of War, now that it's in the new PlayStation Plus, it's not about to leave no PlayStation Plus no time soon, if ever. So like I've already got my fair share out of that game. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna ask you this question then, Jamie. So, and I want to ask the chat this too. So y'all get involved. If y'all enjoying the podcast, by the way, make sure y'all to hit the like button. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Support us simply by just hitting the like button. We would appreciate that. Move us up in the algorithm a little bit. But Jamie, let me ask you this simple question. So right now, if gaming just went all streaming, if they just took off like not streaming, but all Game Pass
all
subscription,
subscription services,
subscription, you think you'd be okay with that?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Absolutely would be fine. Absolutely,
it might be some negatives to that though. You know what I mean?
There absolutely is. There absolutely is, because like you said, at any point these games can either be taken off for licensing issues, servers go down, you can't play this shit no more. But I think for the majority of the point, and we've been in the streaming service or subscription service business for a while now, digital games, like we've been doing this for a while now. I don't think there's ever been a long substantiated period other than when the PSN outage. And even then, I was mostly physical. But during the PSN outage, where I didn't have access to the games that I wanted to play, like if it was anything that I really wanted to play, like I get my enjoyment out of it at that time. And then if I want to come back to it in the future, maybe it's there, maybe it's not. But I'm always like in the mindset of on to the next one. I guess that's the best way to explain it.
I love revisiting games. You know, I love revisiting games. That's just
right. But you feel like you feel like you would have the need to revisit games if the newer games, like, was
I don't think it matters to me.
Shit.
I see, you know what? Because I'm the guy that watches Dragon Ball like over and over again, like, at least once a year. I run through back. Now, that's just me. I'm the guy who rewatches movies multiple times. Like, that's just my style. I know like you be like, you don't like rewatching, you don't like re-experiencing stuff that you already seen, or at least you have to give it like a long ass time, or they got to remaster it for your interest. But for me, I would literally, like, my brothers would literally come over. That's not so much now because everyone's busy with life, but my older brother would literally come over. We would dust off the N64 and play like Revenge, like for real. We would dust off like an old console and actually do something like that. You know what I mean? So I think I always have an appreciation for that's the thing. I always have appreciation for physical games, and I know I talked about this before. Like the all digital shit kind of does scare me a little bit, just for the reasons like you said. Games getting pulled off platforms for license, like it's just a little bit scary, you know what I mean? But hey, it just seems like the direction that we're going. In the end of the day, it really does seem like eventually, this is just how we're gonna be playing games. So
actually, did you speaking of like game preservation and stuff, did you see the reports about the emulation apps on Xbox being pretty much like they're now preventing people from running them on the retail mode of the Xbox consoles and shit like that. Yeah. So what I'm reading is that like it's been pretty much smooth sailing for a long time, but a lot of people are feeling like, and I might be butchering this name, but Xenia.
That's the emulator.
Yeah, the emulator. Okay. It's Xenia.
I think that's a 360 emulator, right?
Yeah, apparently, like ever since that started, like being something that is running well, or I don't know if it's new or it's just something that's new to the Xbox emulation scene.
I think it's been on PC.
Like so it's probably been on PC for a while. Yeah. But being that it's on, like people were able to get it running on the Xbox consoles, series consoles, like Microsoft is like, hold up, because it's able to run some games, I guess, that are maybe even like still popular, or games that are
on the list.
Yeah, like stuff that might have still be making them some type of money, and people
Oh,
are
I
like
see, I see, I see, I
emulating
see,
shit
I
like
see,
that
I
now.
see.
So it seems like that might have been it, but it's still in the this report is kind of still in development to see where it goes. I don't know what Microsoft's response is going to be. I saw another report. I don't know how true it is, but that Nintendo actually had an issue with what was going on with the emulation process over there, and they sent
Cease and desist.
yeah, shut that shit down, like knock it off.
A DM was a DMCA type of. They put a DMCA on that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
copyright shit.
Yeah. Hey, man, the party was good while it lasted for the people who were enjoying, the emulators on the series. I think that's a really, even a decent selling point of the console. Low key, Microsoft probably like that. I think Microsoft probably like that on the low. Like, oh shit, like if maybe the hardcore gamers know that, like, yo, if you buy a Series X, we could play Game Boy games, you play N64 games on us. So, let's just keep this quiet until it blows up in our face type of situation. And maybe you're right. Maybe they were getting some backlash from some of their partner companies, like maybe like a Nintendo or some other people are starting to find an issue with it, that people are this is available on their platform and they had to shut it down pretty much. Maybe it probably got too big. It probably just got too much attention. They got too big and they had to shut it down.
People was over there playing PlayStation games that I ain't even offered on the PlayStation Store on that emulator on Xbox. it was getting nuts. Like like the PlayStation Classics library is slim pickings.
Yeah.
And they over there on Xbox emulating the fuck out of classic PlayStation games, and you can't even play them on the PS5 and stuff like that. So it was getting crazy over there.
Yeah.
Jim Ryan is like, fuck y'all niggas. Jim Ryan, like, you take a Call of Duty away from us? Bet.
Yeah, he be
shut all of that shit down.
Since we're talking about, copyright strikes and DMCA claims and all of that shit, apparently Activision's been setting their own too to Fortnite. Jmaine, have you seen?
Yeah. With the whole the new creation mode with Fortnite. Yeah, so people recreating maps and stuff from Call of Duty. I think I saw a video of them playing on Rust and first person and everything on Fortnite.
People were saying it looks fire. So once again, people were saying, "Oh, Call of Duty, I know copy." I guess Call of Duty was sweated a little bit. They're like, "Oh, wait, hold up. We ain't gonna do all of this. We know Fortnite big and shit, but you ain't about to steal all our maps and pretty much create a Call of Duty in Fortnite and get us out the paint." So the Activision got them out the paint. They're like, nah. They started flagging people who have been making pretty much Call of Duty style maps and stuff like that. They got that shit the fuck out of here. They don't want no competition. They trying to preserve their spot in the game. You know what I mean? And stay number one. So
that's crazy
that was
too to hear that.
That was interesting.
Because I feel like if this was like 10, 15 years ago, they wouldn't give a fuck. Like, but now that they have like this,
some
quote unquote competitor.
There's some competition in the market now. Fortnite,
Fortnite's definitely doing this thing, and they're like, nah, y'all can't be over there copying my shit. Maybe taking our players away and stuff like that. So
exactly.
I mean, I'm not mad at them for doing it. Like
they have every right. They have every right. So if they're doing their right, then go ahead, man. Is it like some petty shit? But I feel like they might feel like, they might feel threatened about it a little bit. They're like, if this shit starts to blow up, because you already know how shit go viral, Jmaine, and shit. People hop on waves so quickly in the gaming community. One day a game like Fall Guys is the biggest game on the fucking planet. Then the next day, then you know what I mean. So who knows what kind of wave? That shit. Yeah, right. So who knows what kind of wave this could have brought if they kept on. If they let it go on, right? It could have got a huge player base. Who knows? So they stepped on that shit real quick. They got that shit the fuck out of here.
Epic did warn people, like, while you can create anything, like, there's potential for people to, these companies to take shit down, because it isn't something that you could just, recreate anything and it'd be smooth sailing. So
exactly.
They feeling a little pressure.
Yeah, there we go. Jmaine, I think it's should we talk about the main event? Is it
absolutely?
Is it time to get to it? Is it time to get to the main event?
It's time to get in Sony ass, man. It's time to get a little bit in there, and you know what I mean.
As you guys can tell by the title of this podcast, PlayStation's handheld codename Q-Lite is not what we want. So if you guys been living under a rock, we got a whole bunch of rumors coming out. Apparently, PlayStation got a PlayStation Pro in development. That's scheduled for the end of 2024. Apparently, they got a PlayStation Slim, the one that we've been hearing about, with the detachable disk drive coming out, I believe, by the end of this year. I think that's the report. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yep.
And in between that, apparently PlayStation is planning on unveiling and revealing a new portable system. But Jmaine, this portable system is the one that no gamer asked for, Jmaine. You want to break us down what the description and where we're getting this information from? You want to break us down for us? Break it down to the
Absolutely.
People? All right.
So this report comes from our trusted sources over there at Insider Gaming. Well, my trusted sources. Listen, Tom Henderson for me over at Insider Gaming. I think he's been
Pretty
right
on
more
point.
than he hasn't lately, and he's been predicting a lot of shit, whether big or small. And it usually comes within that time frame or that area that he predicts it in. So he is one of the people that is coming out saying the PS5 Pro is a thing, and the PS5 detachable disk drive is a thing. And now we're hearing about this PlayStation handheld that is reportedly in development. So, like Kofi said, it's codenamed the Q-Lite, and it is so it is pretty much a remote play device. No cloud streaming.
If I had the fart thing, oh my god, I need to get the soundboard for next podcast. I'm really gonna try to get the soundboard working, bro. We bring that shit back.
I just saw that Discord's about to get some soundboard integration.
Oh,
if you had it set up
beautiful.
a certain way, it might be easier. But yeah, this is a PlayStation handheld for PS5 remote play only. From the details that we're getting, no cloud streaming at all. No native PlayStation gameplay support for PS5 games, PS4 games, none of that. It's an LCD screen at 8 inches.
No, I actually have no problem with that. I saw you have a problem. I actually have no problem with that.
LCD,
bring costs down. It'll bring costs down.
Old tech. OLED been here for a while. We could get OLED.
I'll bring the cost down. I think the reason why they don't go for that. It'll make it more expensive than it needs to be.
The Switch got OLED.
The Switch is expensive, nigga.
Shit ain't. It's like $350. And for this
for something over here. For something over here.
That's not expensive. And it's 1080p 60 for the device. It's supposed to have adaptive triggers. Could you imagine adaptive triggers on remote? Oh my god!
Wait, on the handheld?
On remote play, because
on remote play. Oh,
you gotta think it's gonna be a delayed reaction. So you're gonna be like pressing shit. You're gonna feel it, and then it's gonna be a delayed reaction on screen.
All right, continue. What else? What else is it gonna do?
Haptic feedback is also supposed to be in here. Of course, volume buttons, speakers, audio jacks, and that's pretty much the details of it. They didn't really go too much deeper than those details. PlayStation has been promoting remote play. I did see them post like a YouTube video a week or so ago, which did peak. I'm like, well, I never really see them promoting that. So the fact that they are, I think it leads a little bit more to this this rumor being true. But Kofi, it was funny because I saw you tweet
the day before. I was tweeting about the day before about how PlayStation do a hand. Look how God work. I was tweeting just the other day, but like, PlayStation should do a handheld. I think the tweet did people started a discussion a little bit too under there, made a little bit of a thread, and just the next day we get these rumors. That's funny, yo. The next day we get these rumors about PlayStation handheld. And when I read it, the details, I'm like, what the fuck is this, Sony, bro?
Because I saw your tweet before I even seen the article. So if I would have saw this article at first, I would have been hype as shit, because the title, all it says is Sony's next PlayStation handheld exclusive from Tom Henderson. I would be like, oh,
you see how I caught you see how I caught Jmaine lacking? Jmaine just said he would be hyped as shit. Just put that a note there, bro. At the top of the podcast, he said at the top of the podcast he said that he wouldn't want no handheld. But now he's hyped. Now he's hyped. I just caught
on
that,
some
Jmaine.
day one shit, I wouldn't buy it, but I would be excited for it. So and it would depend on what we're gonna get into it. So listen, this is a motherfucking disgrace.
This is not what we want, bro. This is not what we want.
Like, even if it was a cloud streaming device, I could kind of understand it. But the fact that it's only remote play makes no sense, because I think
need a PS5. You need a PS5.
Right. You
for
need
it to even work.
And if somebody is using the PS5, say if your wife is watching something on the PS5, you can't remote play with this device. Being that somebody else is already using that PS5. So I don't get what the point of this is. We could already utilize remote play on our iPhones, and they just came out with they supported the backbone where you connect it to your iPhone.
Jmaine,
I don't get it.
Jmaine, have you tried using remote play outside your crib on your phone? Have you tried that? How's the experience,
Yes.
sir? How's the
Dog
experience,
shit.
sir?
Dog shit. Complete dog shit.
I've tried that shit too. That shit, sometimes, I remember I tried it one time. My PlayStation wouldn't even turn on. My PlayStation 5 wouldn't even turn on at home. The day that I got it to turn on somehow, I tried the app. The shit worked. I'm like, oh shit, my PlayStation turned on from home. I was outside. I think this was around the time Uncharted. I was trying to play some Uncharted or something at my bro's quick. I think I wanted just to test it out, bro. That shit was disgusting, sir. That shit.
And I'm on like 5G plus network on my phone, full bars. I was playing The Last of Us Part 2 on remote play, and I'm at the section at the end where you're with Abby and Lev, just walking through Catalina Island. And even that was horrible. I'm like, yo, I'm just walking. I'm not even like shooting nothing. Even that was bad. So I don't even know like who this device is for. Like who's buying it? What would the price be? Because that's one thing we didn't get in this report. How much would they sell this for?
Jmaine, I made a tweet. I'm thinking, yo, LCD screen. All it does is remote play. It's pretty much like a DualSense. They're describing it as a DualSense, but with a screen on it. Yeah. J-Man, this shit cannot be more than $199, bro. That's like a max price. It can't be more than that.
Right. So the same price as the DualSense Edge.
I kind of think this device is kind of DOA as it is even at $199. I don't think much people would support it outside as the hardcore PlayStation fanboys, like the hardcore enthusiasts will support it. But outside of that, I think it's just a confusing product. How about people see this on the store, get hyped, buy it, they're like, oh shit, this shit don't even work with my PS5. Like, how you even market this shit properly, right? Like, look, PlayStation has done handhelds before, so we know. Like, imagine someone picking this shit up and bringing it home, and turns out that, yo, you need a PS5 and this shit don't even fucking work. Like, I think this is just a disaster. I think this is just a disaster waiting to happen if it's literally tethered to the PS5 and needs it to operate. I think that's just a disaster waiting to happen, sir. It's a really big disaster.
I don't get that point either. Like, why not have some? Because I mean, to keep it a bean, I don't think PlayStation has the cloud support right now. Anyway, like you can't play your PlayStation games like through the cloud like Xbox can.
It's not like Xbox where you can just go and turn on the app and literally fire up like Forza and play it streaming, whether the experience be good or bad. But I don't think PlayStation you can do that right now.
Yeah, I don't think you can. So
that leads me to believe the device is real. Then it has to be a remote place device then.
So you asked how they would promote this. They would sell this as play your PlayStation games on the go. PlayStation 5 games on the go. That's how they would sell this. Because that's exactly what it is. Regardless of how we feel about the tech itself, that's how you promote it. Is play your PlayStation 5 games on the go.
I think this is a terrible idea. And listen, if you've been following me long enough, I'm a big fan of the PSP. I'm not a fan of the Vita at all because I'm actually just a hurt customer. That's why I slander the Vita so much. I know there's a big praise for the Vita for some reason, but I think the Vita's a disgrace. To be honest,
where is your hate for the Vita Direct?
It's not a worthy successor to the PSP, which was a great device.
I disagree.
I played countless games on the PSP, probably more than your average PlayStation fanboy. I'm a portable guy, bro. I got the PSP for my fucking birthday with Wayne Gretzky hockey. I don't even know if y'all even play that shit. Y'all didn't play no Wayne. I got it. It came bundled in with my PSP day one. I got that. It came Wayne Gretzky hockey, bro.
Was that 2007?
I think it was 2006 or 7. One or the other. It's probably 7. It's probably 6 or 7.
One of those years.
I got that for my birthday, bro. The one and the only time my parents threw me a birthday house party for in my elementary school years. I never ever got a party again. And for my birthday, I got a fucking PSP. You know how happy I was that day? I have so much fond memories of the PSP from playing Daxter.
If we still did off the record,
Burnout Legends.
I have a story about my PSP and the 8 Mile movie, dog.
Bro, let me tell you something. This is an embarrassing story. This is embarrassing. I only told my wife this story. I ain't told no one else this story. And I'm gonna tell 140 people. I'm gonna tell 140 people watching this podcast right now, bro. Jmaine, this was about. I think I was in elementary school at the time, bro. This is how much I loved my PSP. I misplaced it really bad. I misplaced it to the point I thought it was lost. I'm young here, bro. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I was depressed. I was crying for days. On God, I'm telling y'all that right now. I was in elementary school and this happening, bro. I was crying for fucking days. See, to the point my mother was so like, yo, what's wrong with this kid, bro? I couldn't find
Oh,
my
she
PSP.
didn't know.
I was lost. Yeah, she
You
didn't
didn't
know.
tell
So
nobody.
no, I told her, but she
Oh, you
knew I
told her,
lost
okay.
it. The whole
She like,
family,
you
the
cried
whole
over,
fam
you
knew.
fucking depressed over
Yo,
a
the
game.
fam knew, bro. Tell me how it ended up getting found, and when I got it back, I was crying tears of joy, Jmaine, that I got my PSP back. I was crying of tears of joy. So I was so happy that I got it back that my mother started crying that she seen me so happy
she was
getting
so
my PSP back. I'm serious. It's quite embarrassing, but it's a true story.
Yo.
And she was so happy. She was even crying because I was crying. I was so happy I got my PSP back. That's how much I love that device, Jmaine. I'm just real shit all my life.
Nah.
I played
My
so
PSP
much
got thrown in the
fucking
toilet.
games.
I
Oh
was
my
pissed.
god! What a, oh
Yeah,
shit!
my little
What the hell?
my little nephew. Yeah, while I was at school, my little nephew was, terrible twos, and he walked in my room, took it off the bed, and threw it in the toilet. I was pissed, dog.
Jesus.
I was tight. I didn't even get another one either. I had to like settle for like a PS2 Slim or some shit.
Oh man, the device was so ahead of its time. It was so great, and it had an incredible fucking library from the Dragon Ball game, Dragon Ball Shin Budokai 1, 2, played all of that. Tag Team, Daxter, Pursuit Force 1 and 2, Burnout Legends, Most Wanted. All of them games I played, bro. I played a majority of the PSP library. Tekken, the Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Fucking Maverick Hunter X, the remake, powered up. Mega Man powered up.
GTA stories.
GTA Liberty,
stories
Vice
games. Vice
I
City,
played them
yeah.
all, Jmaine. I've played them all. Played and beat them all. I was such a huge. I even got games imported at one point when I got a little bit older.
Damn.
I got Bleach Heat the Soul, and Soul Heat the Soul, 1, 2. Then later on, I got my shit hacked and I played some other shit too. You know what I mean?
Oh
Played
yeah,
some other shit. That shit was
Emulators and
so
shit like that,
fucking
too.
fire. The PSP
Crazy.
was an incredible device. So by the time when the Vita got announced, boy, trust me, I was hyped. I was stupid hyped for the PlayStation Vita when it came out. And I bought one day one. I was in there like swimwear.
Mm-hmm.
Really happy to see Uncharted Golden Abyss. Got that, played that right away. But quickly, it became apparent that this device was just extremely disappointed because the support for this was just bare bones, and PlayStation made a lot of mistakes. You know, the memory cards we already know. You know,
That was a
the
big
memory
one.
cards was a huge mistake. Buying a 16 gig memory card for like $50, something stupid. Like the price was high for a 16 gig memory card. You know what I mean? They made a lot of questionable choices, and right away, like cool features, like at the time, like remote play would have been like was like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. Then you ran into hurdles with that because of the lack of buttons on the device. No L3,
you had to use
no
the back,
R3.
for R2
No,
and L2.
yeah,
the
and
touchpad.
it literally makes some games, like, let's keep it a bug. It makes a majority of games unplayable.
Unplayable. Yep.
It makes a
I
majority
even
of the
bought some
people
attachments
unplayable.
that you could use to like you press a button and it like presses the
yeah.
touchpad for you.
Did it work? It doesn't work properly. It didn't work
wasn't
properly,
good.
bro.
No,
It didn't work properly.
Nothing like it would have
So
been.
right
if it was
away,
natively on
the
system.
remote play feature would have been dope for that device at least, but that wasn't viable because of its lack of buttons.
Yeah.
What I will give the Vita props for is just how they integrated the PlayStation ecosystem in the community with the trophy support and all that stuff. I think that was great. You know, you can even do voice chat, party chat, all of that. Fantastic.
Yep, that was fire.
But it lacked the software from great software from third parties and definitely great software from third parties. So to me, it gave me a little bit of a hate for the Vita because like, yo, bro, I love the PSP so much that I thought this one was gonna be even just half as good. I would have been happy, but it wasn't nowhere near half as good to me of an experience. You know what I mean?
And the sales reflected.
Yeah.
The
So I
sales
think
definitely
in its
reflected.
lifetime, it went on to sell what, 15 million.
Yeah, like 15, 16 million.
Around 15 million, 16 million, which was a complete failure, and it was Sony's fault for this.
Yeah.
A lot of people use the PlayStation Vita as an excuse why PlayStation shouldn't get into the mobile handheld gaming market, and I think that's
Valid
excuse. I don't think that's a good excuse at all. I don't think it's a good excuse.
So why it's a good excuse is the exact reason why you hated the Vita. It's the software.
Okay.
How would PlayStation be able to support the Vita with the proper software it needed without dedicating first-party studios to make games for it? Because that's exactly what they lacked in the Vita hardware the PSP didn't.
They could, first of all, they listen. I would imagine today, now that we got hardware like the Steam Deck, and we've seen how some of these devices operate. The smartest approach for me, how I would envision this, a PlayStation doing a portable today, the smartest approach is that we've clearly seen that device like a Steam Deck could run PlayStation 4 games. That's a vast catalog. Imagine, look, think about this selling point, Jmaine, and tell me how people wouldn't jump on this. A PlayStation like Steam Deck in a sense where you buy the device today, Jmaine, your digital catalog. Guess what? It works. You could go play Bloodborne. You could play Uncharted 4. You could play Uncharted Lost Legacy Collection. You could play Uncharted 1, 2, 3. Your digital library carries it. That's automatically a huge selling point for the device. Right out the gate. I think that's a huge selling point.
You're talking like pretty much like backwards compatible on the go. People already don't give a fuck about backwards compatibility. So that's not a selling point.
I think that's a huge selling point. Let me finish. I think that's a huge selling point right there. Let them show Bloodborne running on their handheld device and tell me that's not a selling point. That's a huge selling point. Number one. Number two.
It's not.
Number two. They can easily partner, do what Nintendo does with a lot of games. They have a good relationship with Square-Enix. Octopath Traveler 1 was a fucking exclusive thing. They could just go in and get deals, exclusive games from some of these companies, right? So you don't have to stretch your first party thing.
That's what they were doing with the Vita.
No,
that's what they were doing with the Vita.
Where?
Most of the games that came out with the Vitas, the indie games and the smaller title.
Name the games, Jmaine.
The Vita was hold on, no. The Vita was a huge indie.
We're not talking about indie games. We're talking about I'm not only talking about indie games.
You're talking about indie and smaller titles.
No, I'm not talking about
the Vita was.
I'm talking about going to Square Enix, a game like Octopath Traveler, games like Triangle Game Strategy. These are great games that y'all could partner with these publishers and bring them up to the platform like that easily.
Those are not system sellers at all.
Games like Street Fighter 6, all of that could play on a Steam Deck, 100% easily. Play on the Steam.
So buy a Steam Deck. Why would PlayStation make a device where you can just buy a Steam Deck and do that?
Because a Steam, okay.
You're not gonna sell somebody a PlayStation device on third-party games. You cannot do that. That's not gonna work.
You didn't let me finish my point. Games, once again, if they make a Steam Deck-like device, there's some first-party games that they're developing already for the PS5 that will 100% work on that device too. If it's like a Steam Deck-like device,
I don't think
games.
So.
I think so too. I have a
Those games are like shit,
I play Forza Horizon 5.
FPS?
I play Forza Horizon 5. I play Forza Motorsport. I play Forza Motorsport 7, 60 FPS. You cannot tell me that they can't get you can't get GT7 running on a Steam Deck. You can't. I don't believe it.
We're talking about PS5 games though.
That's what I'm talking about. GT7 is a PS5 game, isn't it not?
That's a PS4 game. That's a cross-gen game, but
Spider-Man runs fine on it. Miles Morales runs fine.
Those games run at 60 on Steam Deck.
They don't run 60, but they run 30. We don't.
We don't. On the handheld, nigga, on 30 FPS on a handheld. That is horrible. You talking about the Switch? You don't even have an OLED Switch yet. You talking about you can't go back and play 30 FPS games, but you want PlayStation to make a 30 FPS handheld.
Don't bring up the Switch to my face. The Switch does 340 fucking p at 22 frames per second. There's a difference.
So what would the PlayStation handheld do? 800p at 30 FPS?
No, I'm pretty sure they can get a 1080p. 720p. Easily on that. What are you talking about?
Especially with the games having more fidelity. Them graphical fidelity.
Obviously, it's gonna be scaled down. Duh. It's gonna be scaled down. Duh.
That don't mean.
Have you seen Spider-Man? Have you seen Spider-Man running on the Steam Deck? That shit is more than playable. That's more than playable. 30 FPS, nigga. No, more than playable. That's not playable. That is not playable. That's how you played it on the PS4, sir. Did you not?
Yes, that's the only option though. You talking about a PlayStation Portable? That there's other options to playing that game better.
Obviously, you're gonna have a compromised experience on the go. I think everyone expects that.
Right. So how
you're gonna have some sort of a compromised experience on the go?
Playing
you know that.
The games you already own on PlayStation 5, but worse. You can't sell a device like that.
Because you're not seeing the vision. If PlayStation comes out with a fucking handheld system that says your digital fucking library, your past games work, your PlayStation Classic games work, that they're quote unquote bringing these PlayStation Classics and some PlayStation 5 games. I'm not saying all the ones that make sense it can work. It can 100% work. It's the effort that they put into the device, and that's what they get out of it. The Vita failed because it was fucking shit. They didn't put no effort into the Vita. That's why it failed. They didn't put no And I hate when people I hate when people bring up the Steam Deck because once again, Valve creating the Steam Deck, a PlayStation device will be on every fucking store shelf. It will be in the Walmarts. It will be in the Best Buy. You can literally go only into one place to buy a fucking Steam Deck. And people keep on bringing up, oh, you could just play PlayStation. How many, like, no one's buying a Steam Deck to play PlayStation. How many PlayStation fanboys do you know right now or tooting their horses, oh, they're playing the PlayStation games on the Steam Deck? No, because ecosystem is important, Jmaine. People want their games to transfer. They want their trophies. They want their player identity, their profile to be transferred. That's a huge selling point. Right now, if you're telling me if there's two devices, a Steam Deck and the PlayStation Portable, and you're telling me that, okay, Spider-Man's releasing on the PlayStation Portable and the Steam Deck, I'm buying Spider-Man on the PlayStation Portable. You know why? Number one, because I get my trophies and achievements, and it's part of I'm integrated in that ecosystem, and it works. It's dope. You know what I'm saying?
So for hypothetical, say that is the vision for the new PlayStation handheld. How much you think that's selling? Because you're telling me the selling
point more than the VR. What's up more than the VR headset?
Playing your older games on
not only, handheld device. I'm saying your library carries on.
And some PlayStation 5 games.
Yeah, as well as go and get some third-party fucking deals. Go put in some work in it.
That's not that is a terrible investment because you're not even trying to sell people on newer experiences for the most part.
You're only focusing on the legacy game. I'm saying that's a good selling point to start off the gate. Just when you buy the device, I think that was why people were excited about the Steam Deck in the first place. When you bought a Steam Deck, your whole fucking library was there. We're like, holy fuck! That's what excited people in the first place.
And how many PC gamers are there?
I'm just saying they could get the same effect. I'm just saying they could get the same. It sold what? I think the last reported a million.
And how many PC gamers are out there? We know more than a million fucking PC gamers.
And where can you buy a Steam Deck? That's the difference too.
Okay.
Where can you buy a Steam Deck?
People buy stuff online all the time. We see the VR is only on PlayStation Direct. The VR is only on PlayStation Direct.
Is Nintendo selling 150 million whatever Nintendo Switches if it's only available online on their website direct? It's selling 150. Okay,
it's sell a lot more than a million.
So end of discussion. It's end of discussion, and it's gonna sell more than a million. You know, and why? You know why would it sell more than a million? Because what?
Why?
Brand recognition. Nintendo.
Because it's called Nintendo.
No, because it's called Nintendo. No, it's called Nintendo.
Being able to play old games. That's not what it sells on. It sells on being able to play new experiences on the Nintendo Switch that you can't play anywhere else. That's what it sells on.
You're completely ignoring the point. You keep on ignoring the point that I'm expecting new games. I'm expecting new games to come on the device.
How are you expecting
third-party
games? Third-party games?
Third-party games and some first-party. The ones that make sense.
Third-party exclusives,
no problem. Why not?
Third-party exclusives will not happen because they're not going to look at our PlayStation handheld device and say PlayStation is not developing first-party games. What the fuck should we develop third-party games for?
Mobile exactly we're not in fucking 2010 no more. Mobile chips, literally all this shit runs on a similar fucking architecture.
It's not about can it run, it's can it sell, my nigga. It's about can it sell.
And it will sell.
How? If PlayStation isn't even developing games for it, how would it sell?
Who said they not? Who said they not though? That's like
how would they? Explain to me how they would develop those first-party games for a handheld.
Once again, a game like Gran Turismo 7 is a perfect example. Games like Spider-Man, those games could easily run on something like
I'm talking
like
about
Steam Deck.
Dedicated handheld experiences that you can only experience on the handheld device to sell it.
But why does it gotta be that? It can be both. Why can't it be both?
You're not going to sell to the masses a device that can play the same games that the other device that you already have plays. You're not going to do it. The Steam Deck is the perfect example. You don't see millions of PC gamers going out to buy a Steam Deck to play the same damn PC games that they got on their laptop. They're not doing it.
No, I disagree. I think there's a huge. I completely disagree with that. I think there's a huge market for this. Valve selling the Steam Deck. Once again, the Steam Deck is not on store shelves. It's already capped to a certain level of success automatically. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. You cap to a certain level of success being only available on one place. Only on one place.
Available.
Versus something like a PlayStation Portable that's everywhere in the stores. Everywhere. You could go to Walmart, Best Buy,
and I like how you say that, but you didn't give the VR that same grace.
But it's available. It's available in the stores over here.
You didn't give the VR that same grace.
It's not the same grace because it's available in the stores. In Europe, you could go into plenty of places.
But America's
Canada, you could go and buy it. There's a whole bunch of places you could go out and buy it. So what are you talking about?
Because U.S. is the bigger market, is what I'm saying. But you didn't give it that same grace that is capped in the U.S. market being only in one place.
No, okay.
No,
we ain't
exactly.
Because they know for a fact they can't mass produce that and put it on the store because it's not moving. That's why they're down.
Just like this handheld.
No, the handheld
wouldn't move.
It would move.
It
would 100% move. It would 100% move.
The PSP
This is the perfect time.
What?
The mobile gaming and handheld gaming market is fucking huge. It's bigger than ever. And way bigger than VR, by the way. It's not even close. It's not even close.
It may be, but
that's a fact. It not maybe. It's a fact. It's just a fact.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I said it may be, but I'm telling you one thing: making a handheld device that plays the same games you already got on the dedicated hardware is not. It's not it. That's not it. And it's why the Vita failed. Why do you think the Vita failed?
The Vita's failed because it got zero fucking support
from PlayStation.
It got
from PlayStation.
No,
we literally just said that when you first brought it up.
But you're bringing. They had multiple. Look, it got zero support, and they had multiple reasons. Once again, how you fucking buy a device? How you gonna buy a device when games literally are the fucking memory card 16 gigs? Some of the games are more than fucking 16 gigs. You literally can put like 2 games on the thing. And if they want you to buy a 3. How much did it cost? It was expensive at the time when it dropped. On top of that, it was like very expensive when it dropped. And on top of that, if you want to buy a 64, if you want to buy a 64 gig memory card, you have to spend like another $100 and something dollars. Am I not lying about that? You had to literally spend over $100 to buy like a 64 gig memory card. No wonder it failed. They're idiots.
So why didn't it blow up after the prices came down?
The price of the memory card. When did the price of memory cards come down?
They eventually came down.
To what?
They had to. They had to have came down.
No, what price did it come up? When did they come down?
I don't know off the top of my head, but they came down.
For me, I remember the memory cards were still fucking expensive way after launch.
It was only the memory cards that's the reason why the Vita.
That's a big reason. That's a big reason of it, and the lack of support. No, and the lack of support. Lack of support across the board. But that's PlayStation's fault for not look. You could do what even Nintendo did with Mario Rabbids. You could license your IP to other creators to make games for you. Not everything has to be totally in house. You can still use your IPs, but from third-party developers to develop it. Literally, Nintendo did that with Ubisoft creating Mario Rabbids. You can do it. You could work on it.
But
I think it's a way more viable option than investing in this fucking dumbass thing you're putting on your head that's barely even fucking selling.
It's not because VR is a newer experience and a newer type of way to play. Handheld is the same. The way you're trying to sell the handheld is the same exact way to play, just in a handheld form. VR gives you a brand new experience and a type of way to play.
Bro,
so that's why the investment in VR more.
It ain't new no more. VR has been on the market for some time now. People know what it is. I read a statistic that like 50% of Americans know what it is, and they don't just care for it. VR has been
it's a niche market, but personally,
it's a very niche, very niche market. Oh, go ahead. Mm-hmm. We're very slow. With the growth is actually pretty slow too. I think even I read an article saying that he's even down in 2022 was down in sales VR headset. And Oculus, who came out, so they sold 20 million headsets. They said they came out and said 20, and at the same sentence they said, "Oh, we have a problem with retention on the headset." My nigga Jmaine, I get a $7 code, a $10 voucher code on Oculus email every fucking day. They're begging me to turn on my shit. And I think a lot of people buy that shit and it sits there. How many people in this fucking chat have a PSVR one and who's gonna be honestly honest and say that shit didn't sit there and collect dust? You gonna sit me and look me in my face that you turn on that PSVR on a weekly basis, Jmaine? When it came out, you gonna sit here and lie to me? Tell the truth. Tell the truth, Jmaine. Okay, there we go.
Would collect just as much.
It wouldn't collect dust. It's gonna get good third party support. It will get first party support.
How are they gonna get first party support? You're not.
Buy some of the game, the games that they're releasing on PS5. How many times have fucking seen?
Support. That's not first party support. First party support for a handheld would literally be Naughty Dog creating an exclusive PSP 2 game. That is first party support. When we talk about PlayStation,
I disagree.
VR,
I disagree. I think it could be an. I think it could be a perfect extension. I think it could be an extension.
Let me finish. First party support for PlayStation VR is not Gran Turismo being ported to it. It is Call of the Mountain being created as an exclusive experience for the PlayStation VR. That's what we talk about when we say first party support for a device. When we talk about first party support for the PlayStation 5, it is not cross-generation games with the PS4. It is PS5 games, PS5 only games.
Jmaine.
Let's not play dumb. We know you know
we're not I'm not playing dumb. I'm saying it will be a very viable platform that will definitely be way more successful than any VR headset that PlayStation will put out, even if it shared a library with the PS5. And they already started this roots with the Vita. It had some really good ideas with the whole Sly Cooper situation, where if you buy Sly Cooper on the PS3, you get a digital code copy on the Vita itself. That's an amazing idea. That's incredible. That's an amazing. They didn't do that. They didn't do that enough for the Vita. They didn't support the Vita.
They did it for a bunch of games.
They didn't support the Vita.
Hold on. Don't do that.
All right.
Vita has a bunch of cross.
You saying Vita has a bunch of games on Jmaine? Let's see how much games the Vita's got.
No. Cross-buy actually originated with the PlayStation 3 and the Vita, buddy. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That was cross-buy.
Let's look at the cross.
Let's look at the
bunch. Let's look at the bunch. Let's look at the bunch. Let's look at the bunch of games. Let's see the bunch.
Thank you for proving my point. Thank you for proving my point.
Let's look at the bunch of games.
Yeah, look up the cross-buy Vita game list. Go ahead, look it up. Thank you for proving my point. I forgot about that.
How's that proving your point, bro? There's been
because
300.
Listen.
Fuck
about that.
No,
they don't care.
No,
they don't care.
You know why?
PlayStation 3 games on handheld. They don't care.
No. Look. There's 382 cross-buy games, Jmaine, and let's look at this. 10-second Ninja X. Let's look at some of these games that you're talking about. Why people didn't care? They're playing 10 seconds.
Do the whole
Ninja
list,
X.
please. Do the whole list.
2046 read-only memories. 36 fragments of midnight. 99 Jmaine. A boy and his blob.
Slide trilogy.
Access denied.
You see that on there?
This list is fucking garbage, nigga. Because you know what? The PSN had a whole bunch of shovelware, bullshit. And when we're gonna talk about the truth, Jmaine, the PS Vita had a bunch of shovelware fucking bullshit. Am I lying? True or false?
Vita had some great indie games on there.
All right, you got it. You just want to deny the fact that they started
they
have a cool initiative, but that's what I'm saying. The games are bullshit here. The games are fucking bullshit, Jmaine. No one wants to. The games are bullshit here.
After naming 3 that you.
All right, so name the big one. So name the big. That's not. I'm reading down the list. It goes on for long. Let me give you this list.
Their biggest franchise, God of War, is on the Vita as a collection.
Okay, the God of War collection. Okay, the God of War collection 1 and 2. Okay.
Jack and Dexter's on there. What?
Okay.
That's what we were arguing. What are you talking about?
Continue. I'm failing to see these big games that I'm failing to see these big games right now.
I didn't say anything about big games, buddy.
I'm waiting for these big games, bro.
You said the main selling point would be about playing.
Jmaine is telling me about the big games. So I want him to tell me the big games that release cross-gen between the two.
Misconstrue my argument on purpose. All right.
I'm not misconstruing nothing. I'm telling you. Name me the big games, bro.
Yeah. You want to misconstrue my argument on purpose.
So once again,
you want to misconstrue my argument on purpose.
Once again.
When did I say that the Vita had big games? When did I say that?
No, but you're saying that it was a big feature on the PS Vita, the cross-buy,
right?
And
it was a big feature.
It was a big feature.
You just told me it was 300 some odd games.
Yeah.
That is a big feature.
And you were just saying, you're naming the bullshit games. Where's the good games? Where are the good games? So I'm telling you, where are the game games? Let me know what we're.
I just told you, God of War, Jack and Dexter, Slide. Those are PlayStation's staple franchises, especially with the PlayStation 2 and 3. Right. What are we talking about here?
No, I don't know. PlayStation fucked up with the Vita completely. I don't even think that should be even included in any.
Who's arguing that? Who's arguing that?
Because
nobody's arguing that.
Because if you look at the PSP, perfect example, some of its greatest games of the PSP were actually third party. The ones that were third party,
and many were first party.
Yeah, I'm saying a lot of the greatest games on the PSP, and I know because I played them. I played a majority of them. A lot of it were created by third party developers. Number one. Number two. I'm just saying, I think. If I personally had the choice between PlayStation and investing in VR, a small niche market that's not growing much, not really growing much. It's not looking too really good. Why would you care about the market?
Right? Like, why would you care about the market versus
a mobile market?
Because
gamers, Jmaine, gamers. I think gamers have spoken already about VR. That's what I feel like. I feel like gamers already have very spoken. VR is not a new concept to niggas no more. It's not a surprise. That lightning striking a bottle, that moment is past for VR. It's not the niggas who've tried it, like it. The people don't know. And there's a lot of niggas that don't like it. They don't like it, and they don't really care to put nothing on their face. So I'm just saying, why not invest in a market that actually has a lot of people interested? We already know the Japan market is huge with mobile gaming. It's a huge, huge place. A lot of the Nintendo Switch just came and showed people that people don't mind playing games like this, or I want this type of experience. So why not put some dollars and invest into that? Instead of a headset that's extremely niche. And me and you are already saying it's looking spooky. If this PSVR 2 don't do well, me and you both even said that. I don't know if Sony developing the PSVR 3. Didn't we just come on the podcast and say that not that long ago?
But I think it would be the same fate with a handheld based on the support, the lack of support.
I think there's more. I think there's, why I say it? I think there's, well, that's up to PlayStation. That's up to PlayStation to do it.
And so the last time they had a chance, they didn't do it. They didn't do it.
Okay,
So why do you have faith in them doing it now?
Okay, because
they barely supporting VR. Like I said, this is gonna be the last time they're doing VR because they're not even supporting this one. We got what 2 experiences from PlayStation that was like exclusive from them. We're calling them out, and then one was a Gran Turismo port. Like they're not even doing that. And the way PlayStation is moving now with the AAA experiences, they're not gonna support a handheld first party wise. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it.
I think there's a huge market for this, and it's honestly a missed opportunity by PlayStation by not creating a proper handheld because once again, industry is booming more than ever today. Mobile gaming, handheld gaming is booming more than ever, and I think PlayStation would be smart to invest in it. We're seeing these products come out. The Woodworks, Asus is making some shit. Steam's making. We hear Aliens making some shit. I think no, PlayStation should actually.
That's even more reason for PlayStation not do it too.
Not really, because they no. That's more reason they should, because they have brand recognition. I know why people are ignoring the fact that PlayStation is a huge, powerful brand. That if it's on the same shelf right now, if Steam Deck is on the shelf in Best Buy or Walmart, and the PlayStation handhelds on the shelf, people are gonna pick up the PlayStation because of brand recognition. They're gonna pick up the PlayStation over the Valve one. You disagree with that? You don't think so?
It depends on the support.
Depends. All right, bro.
I don't have faith in PlayStation support for, to be honest, any of these devices other than the consoles.
Honestly, I think PlayStation shouldn't let Nintendo just have freedom reign in this market. In terms of that, I think they should compete. That's what I think. I think they should.
They being smart though. They know they're not going to invest like Nintendo has. Nintendo literally converted.
Didn't you just criticize Microsoft for not thing? So why is Microsoft not being smart? When I told you Microsoft was being smart for not investing for VR, you have something to say about that.
VR is a new innovative space for these publishers. Handheld is not. PlayStation been there twice already. It's not new, and we saw how it went. No, they don't. Don't.
Okay,
that's
so
why
I guess,
I would rather them invest more in VR because you can get new type of experiences with that.
So you drop a dud. So if you drop a dud, then just move on. Pretty much, that's your saying then, right? If you drop a product that fails, there's no point trying again, right? That's what you're saying. That's what you're trying to tell me.
If you do it twice, then yeah, I think, and somebody else is out there doing it better, and you can profit off of it, then yeah, fall back. Fall back until you're ready to dedicate a good amount of money, studio time, and effort into it.
And that's what I'm saying that they should do.
They're not. I don't see how they're prepared.
That's what I'm saying they should do.
But how? I don't see how they're prepared to do that now. How? I don't see it.
Like I said, with products like the Steam Deck, I feel like they could easily do it. Mobile chips have becoming. They're only getting stronger and stronger. We're seeing what the Annie Neo is being able to produce. We're seeing what Asus is claiming that they're able to produce with power. I think PlayStation could get it right. They could do something to really fly with it, and make you play some of these PS5 games on the go. I really do believe that, as well as partnering with some third-party developers to get some games on their platform, as well as providing legacy titles available on the platform.
Right away, just got PS5 only games, and you want them to invest in the goddamn handheld.
Well, you want hardware. I be talking about I want games. You be wanting more hardware. You be like, bring on the Pro, bring on this, bring on this.
These games that we supposed to be getting. Shit. If they invest in a handheld, now you want them to take more sources away from the PS5 only games.
I don't
know.
I don't know how much sources that fucking takes away if they're going to share some of the similar library.
Well, that's not. But they wouldn't. You want them, like, you don't want them to invest first party wise into it. That's why you thinking that way. You think it's gonna be like third party deals and shit like that.
And not only that, no, I'm saying they're gonna get first party games, but just the games that they're releasing on PS5.
No,
that makes sense.
No.
You're not. Like, you keep on missing that point. I'm saying there will be new games on the platform, but it'll be cross buy between both of them.
That's trash. I
disagree.
That's not. I
disagree.
That's not.
I disagree. I disagree.
Not a good selling point.
I disagree. Well, I guess, hey man, we ain't gonna see eye to eye on this one.
We're gonna disagree on that one.
We're gonna see. I want PlayStation to reconsider and jump into the handheld market. No matter, no one's gonna change my mind about that. I think
I do too. If they're gonna do it right, if they're gonna do it right,
I think they'll be great at it. Once again, they had a really good first attempt with the PSP. Jumping into the market fresh. The Vita wasn't such a great attempt because they fucked it up, but I think they could do it justice today in 2023 with what's going on with technology. I think they could do it right today. It's better than investing in some dumbass contraption on your head top. You know what I mean? Got man swinging their hands around, busting the sweat. You know what I mean?
Just say you out of shape, dog. Come on, dog. Say you ain't trying to sweat out here, man. Trying to work hard.
Rough 'em up, rough 'em up, rough 'em up. We got a super chat donation from Rough 'em up. He says the Mario movie was fire. The fight scenes go hard. I plan on watching it. Do you plan on?
Yeah, I'm going to see that this weekend.
I'm planning on watching. I already seen John Wick, so you know what I mean. You know, your boy.
What you had to?
Mario, bro.
What you had to quantify? You seen John Wick? Like,
nah, I'm just saying. I have to see that first. You know, you have to see John Wick first. Then I'm going to see Mario because you can't go watch Mario if you haven't watched John Wick.
Nah,
if you haven't watched John Wick,
I don't give a fuck about that. Fuck that. Fuck,
nah,
that's some bullshit.
David, you can't watch
Nigga,
You can't go to watch Super Mario first. Before watching, you have to watch John Wick first, bro. Nah, bro, we ain't doing that.
I ain't seen not a single John Wick movie. My black big ass will be seated in the theaters this weekend, popcorn in hand, nigga, a big Slurpee, watching Mario, nigga.
Oh my god, bro. You need to go watch John Wick 4. Stop playing.
I don't give a fuck. Mario, I have connections to Mario. You know what I'm saying? I played them games as a kid, grew up playing it. I love me some Mario.
And Jmaine,
I'm going to see that.
You know, just to wrap up, I'm even sweating. Just put a little bow tie on this whole Handheld discussion that we having. It's always interesting. It's always interesting. Like, you know, you put out the idea that, like, you know, you just like, yo, it would be really cool if PlayStation really invested and did a handheld and did it right. Like, look what's on the market right now, some cool shit, right? And we get these PlayStation weirdos, the diehard niggas right there, but nah, PlayStation shouldn't do this. And I had an exchange with somebody on the timeline. I'm like, yo, shut up. I mean, yo, right now, if PlayStation announced a portable system right now, you pre-ordering, yes or no? Niggas, I would pre-order because I'm a fan. Half of these niggas are full of shit, Jmaine. That's what I want to say. Half of niggas are full of shit. If PlayStation right now showed a compelling piece of hardware that had once again, oh, your library carries over type of situation. Just like this right away, when you buy it day one, you just buy the hardware, you already have mad games to play. If they showed something cool like that, plus they express their commitment in investing in the platform, now we're going to bring games that are somewhere on PS5 over onto the device, I think a lot of these niggas will be flip-flopping. The day that I kind of want PlayStation to make a handout, because I know some people that were tweeting me would be pre-ordering one the same day. That's all.
You might have a point there.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But you did add that caveat that they would be supporting it with the software and shit like that. So
I think why wouldn't you not drop it and not support it though? That's the thing. You have to support it. That's what
they didn't with the Vita. They did. You say that like they haven't done it before.
They did it with the Vita because the Vita was a fail in a lot of fronts, Jmaine. That's my point. The Vita was a fail in a lot of fronts. They fucked up with the Vita in a lot of fronts.
You don't drop. We said the same shit. You don't drop a platform without the intention to support it with software. And be like, oh, nah, niggas ain't buying it because the memory cards.
Shit was over. The shit was very expensive. Memory cards were stupid expensive. That's already a very tough sell automatically. The lineup, the day one lineup wasn't really good either. So I think.
So it didn't have support.
The day one lineup wasn't good, and it didn't get games at all, bro. I don't know, but like I'm saying, I feel like once again, not to just reiterate or just circle back to this point too much. If PlayStation were to drop a thing, it would be a Steam Deck like device in the sense where it's playing current games on the platform. That's what I'm trying to say. But like a PlayStation version.
It would sell worse than the Vita.
I would sell more than the PlayStation VR too. You agree or disagree?
Two or one?
Disagree? No, one. They only sold 5 million. You really think PlayStation dropping handheld is not selling more than 5 million units? You must be out of your mind.
If it's the way you talking about, I don't think so. I don't think it would.
No.
I don't think it would.
I disagree completely. I disagree completely. But hey, man, we just gonna have different opinions about this one. Is there anything else on the docket?
Some smaller stuff. I mean, we did touch up on Mario. Some of the reviews were mixed. I don't know what people are going and expecting this shit to be. If it's not gonna be no groundbreaking story. It's fucking Mario. Every game had they're the same story. So as long as the animations look good, I'm still skeptical on that voice actor for Mario, so I definitely want to see it for myself. But everything else looked good. The animations look good. The scenes, the fighting,
visuals look really good.
The Easter eggs and all that stuff looks good. So definitely want to check that out. God of War Ragnarok's new game plus finally dropped today.
I can't get over this, Jmaine. I'm tight, Jmaine. I'm tight. I can't get. Yo, chat mans, I want to ask you one question before I leave this handheld shit. One last time.
Here we go.
Yo, right now, PlayStation. Yo, chatmans, please tell me the truth. If PlayStation right now, said, yo, here's a handheld. all your PSN games work, your library works, your digital games work, and they show off games like Bloodborne running on it, Sekiro running on it, Uncharted 4 running on it, Uncharted Collection running on it, as well as they say new games. You telling me y'all wouldn't be interested in this shit? On God, for real? For real? I want to hear it from the chat myself. Or I live somewhere crazy then.
I wouldn't buy day one.
If I saw Bloodborne running on a PlayStation handheld, I'm in there like swimwear. I'm in there like swimwear. I'm in there like swimwear. I'm in there like swimwear.
Play Tears of the Kingdom at 30 FPS on the Switch, nigga. You talking about buying a PlayStation Portable 2 for Bloodborne?
Jmaine,
what?
Jmaine, that shit dropped to 22 frames per second with
no resolution. What you think Bloodborne gonna do? Nigga, that shit was dropping at 22 on the PlayStation 4!
My nigga, the Steam Deck is way stronger. Stop making comparisons to the Switch when the Steam Deck is fucking stronger, bro. And the Steam Deck is fucking stronger, nigga. What are you talking about? So stop making comparisons with the Switch.
You think
stop making comparisons with the fucking Switch.
Bloodborne at 60 FPS?
Holy.
Do you think the Steam Deck can't even run at 60 FPS on a PS4? Is the Steam Deck stronger than the PS4, nigga?
I think is it? I don't know.
No, it ain't.
Is it?
No.
Is it?
No.
David, is it?
No. No. The shit is running games like a PS3. No, nigga.
No, that's cap. Don't do the Steam like that. No. Don't do that, JV. Don't do that. Don't be disrespecting the Steam Deck like that. I mean, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. You see how The Last of Us is looking on the PC? You see how that's what's looking on the PC in general? Let's not do that, Jmaine. Let's not do that. The Steam Deck is way capable than the PS3. Let's not do that. Holy, that's crazy. Y'all like, I lost. If y'all don't want it, y'all don't want it. It is what it is. I guess I just have to pray that PlayStation just puts their games day on day on Steam and enjoy. That's the best way. Since I can't get no trophies, I can't get none of that shit. All right, fine. Y'all win. Y'all win.
That's gonna come.
What did Offset tweet out when Cardi B? What did Offset tweet out when Cardi B left them? Y'all won. That's me right now. Y'all won. All right. Y'all won. Balls in my face, yo. That's what I'm. Y'all
keep it a B. PlayStation niggas don't want no handheld. They don't even want the VR. I think
that's cap. I think that's cap.
All they want is PS5 games right now.
I think PlayStation fanboys are just like every other fanboys. They don't want something until their master says it's out. Oh, that's amazing. You know, can you imagine how much shit talking that PlayStation fans do for a feature like Quick Resume, which is actually a really cool feature? Imagine right now if PlayStation said, "Yo, by the way, we have a quick resume like feature coming to the PS5." You know how much people will flip flop, Jmaine, and say, "Oh shit, that's amazing." And that's why I don't take what none of these people fucking say seriously. I don't. I'm sorry, because as soon as their master say it's dope, then they're it's dope. It's dope now because their master said it's dope. Their master says it's dope.
The Black Panther.
Oh man, y'all got me perspiring. I'm about to go take a shower after this fucking pod, bro. Getting me tight. You know what I mean?
I'm weak.
We got a super chat donation from Type 1. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. So hit the like button. If you're enjoying the show, whether you agree with me, Jamie, I don't give a fuck. If you're enjoying the show, if we entertaining you, making your day go through, whether you know what I mean, then hit the like button, show us a little love. That's all you can do. All right. He says, been keeping up with y'all for a while, but first time donator. I appreciate that. He says, with Sony's next showcase, you think they show off some rumored hardware with games or just games? I don't know what to expect. Good job, y'all. Yes, sir. I do believe that if they do a showcase, it'll be a perfect time. It'll be a perfect time to, show off that slim version of your console. I think that would be perfect for like a state of play.
Yeah. I agree. Save it for like the end.
That'd be a great announcement.
After they show the games, you reveal a PS5 Slim, cheap. Hopefully, it's cheaper. That way, people be like, "Oh wow, they got these good games coming out soon and in the future, and I could get a PS5 for cheaper." You know what I'm saying? So that'd be the best bet to do. They're supposed to also have like some headphones in development, some Bluetooth headphones, and some headset. I don't know. It's a lot of hardware being rumored. That's all I know. And if they're going to show any hardware at the showcase, that game, the software better be on point. That's all I know. For real. I think you might have missed the super chat.
Did I miss one? All right, let's see if I can go back.
OG Rizo or something
I missed it. All right, my bad. I was too worked up. Busting a sweat on the pod, bro. Jamie, do you have it in front of you, or do I have to?
Yeah, I see it. Okay. Shout out to OG Rizo with the super chat. He said you can't use remote play with the PS5 controller. I can confirm that is false. I've remote played from, unless I don't know about Android. Actually, let me not speak too soon. On my iPhone, I've used remote play, and I was able to use my PS5 controller. So I don't know about Android, but I'd be pretty sure to say that you can.
Yeah. It seems
just
like,
a Bluetooth device.
People are definitely getting tired. They're looking for this showcase, and hopefully it comes out soon, so y'all can stop being wary. I think PlayStation got a great lineup coming of games, so I'm not really too concerned because I'm currently active. I have a lot of games to play, a lot of games to look forward to. So them doing a showcase now or a month from now, I think it's kind of like, to me, I'm not really, or a couple months from now, I'm not really too pressed because my palette's already kind of full as is. This month has been a really busy month, from Dead Space to Resident Evil to Jedi Fallen Order to games like Forza's coming out. We got Spider-Man. So my palette's already full for this shit. So, but I know it's important to show the future of the PlayStation, and I think we will get that soon. I think we will get that soon.
The rumor is that it's happening before Summer Games Fest. So Summer Games Fest is the 8th starting. So I was actually speculating that maybe it happens like June 1st or even maybe the week before that, because Spider-Man across the fuck is that shit called? Across the Spider-Verse. Across the pond. Like, what the fuck that shit's called? It looked fire, by the way, but that comes out
super fire
June 2nd. And they were promoting the PS5 at the end of the trailer. So maybe they have like a trailer coming soon where they could showcase maybe a Spider-Man 2 trailer at the movies or something while you're watching Across the Spider-Verse and shit. At least that would be smart to me.
Yeah.
So maybe even May 25th.
I do like the PlayStation 5 promotion at the end of the trailers that they be doing. They smart with it. You know what I mean? They're very smart with it. Very, very
of course.
Is there anything else on the docket, or that's pretty much it?
We pretty much had everything.
Oh, I think we should address that. God of War got a new game plus finally with some new content, so that's pretty cool. For those people who've been looking to revisit God of War again, I was looking for the cloak. In the main
game, the black bear cloak.
Yeah, I was looking for that in the main game, thinking I'm like, damn, this shit looks so tough because I can't even like Kratos was swagging out in the beginning of the game. The fact that you couldn't get that and they brought it back, people must have said something that they added it to the game
because you lose it right at the beginning of the game,
and you can't even get it back. That shit's so fire.
Can't get it back.
That shit was so fire.
And it has some strength and defense features to it as well.
Yeah,
they also have the Spartan armor too, which is pretty much Kratos with the nipple free. But that is almost like the I forget what they call it on Dark Souls, but it's like that build that you have where you have like your power levels at 1.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So it's like that. No perks, no stats. Your power level's locked to 1. Pretty much almost damn near one hit kill type shit. So.
Oh yeah, is this like some sort of mode that's what? Is it a
no?
no?
It's an armor set that you put on, but it's available for you at the beginning of the game.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. And just to jump around a little bit, we talked about the Nintendo movie, and Miyamoto recently said on an interview for the Mario movie that's out, that he says, watch out for the next direct or the next upcoming directs for maybe a new entry into Mario 3, the 3D Mario. So I think it's been long overdue. I'm a fan of
6
3D
years.
I'm a fan of 3D Marios. Always been. Mario 64 is one of the greatest games I've ever played in my entire life. Galaxy 2 is up there. Incredible. So, Odyssey, great game.
Odyssey, yeah.
A little overrated, but it was a great game for what it was. A great game for what it was. I still enjoyed it. The controls were so sharp, smooth. Environments were really dope. Lacked challenge. I think that was my biggest criticism for it. It lacked any sort of challenge besides until you got to like the moon stages. So I would love to see where he takes us next. Hopefully it's not no 3D world land type of situation, but a proper 3D Mario. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for all the topics. Jmaine?
We hit them all. Great fucking show, man.
Y'all enjoyed the show?
Got niggas sweating in their drawers.
Got me sweating.
And I'm about to go work out again. So that was my pre-workout right there.
Pre-workout.
Nice little warm-up.
Yes, sir. So hopefully you guys
shout out
to
the chat, man.
Shout out to
Hit that like button before y'all leave, man. Let's try to get this to 100 in the last 30 seconds. Come on, y'all can do it.
Even the ones that are calling me idiots and this, that, you know, I still love you, bro. I still love you. You know, you disagree with me, that's fine. I think play
1 week I'm an
playing
idiot. Next week you an idiot. You
you
take
know how
it.
it goes. We know how it goes. So I don't take offense to none of it. All right. So
Absolutely not.
It is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. Like Jmaine said, leave a like on your way out, and we will be back